despite their uncertainty with Tyreek Hill. But Peter King called this a, quote, in Mahomes we trust pick. Coming in at number 2, the Patriots, because obviously. And at number 3, maybe surprisingly, the Indianapolis Colts. All right, see, who do you think is the best team in the AFC? You like what the list Peter King put together?
I got a lot of respect for Peter King, and I can understand putting the Chiefs up there. I don't know how he can have the Chiefs in front of the Patriots when the Patriots go to Kansas City and beat them. Now, unless he's just calibrating the, Gronk's not going to be there. But even if Kansas City was better than them during the regular season, if New England had to go to Kansas City this weekend to play a game, we would still be thinking New England's going to win the game based on the history. So, Peter, yeah, man, I respect his list and everything, but the Patriots should be the favorite. All right? They are the classiest organization. How they're going to do it, I don't know. How they do it last year, I don't know. Start running the ball in the playoffs after being a throwing team, so I don't look for that to change. I know Bill Belichick, he will retool this offense. Tom Brady turning 42. He's not going to let up. So for me, I started list in the NFL, all things New England. Number 1, and then I worked my way back. I think Kansas City. The Tyreek Hill, what's going to happen to them, that will have an impact on their season. But the Colts, I believe they're the most well-rounded team. They're more well-rounded than New England, than the Kansas City right now. But if New England happens to get home field advantage, and that's how they've gone to the Super Bowl, even though last year they did go through Kansas City. And last year they didn't even have to have it. Last year they went to Kansas City and won that AFC championship game. I think the Chiefs are the best team in the AFC. I think the Patriots should be the favorites. And those two things, you might be saying, how can both those things be true? I think the Chiefs, if you go player for player, you go position by position, I understand New England's got the better coach, but Andy Reid might be the second best coach in the conference, so the coaching discrepancy is not as large. We talk about the Tyreek Hill situation is ugly and nasty and sad, and so let's just assume he's off the roster for at least the start of the season. Sammy Watkins, when he's out there, is still better than anything the Patriots have. Travis Kelce is far better than any skill position guy, in my opinion, wide receiver, running back, or tight end the Patriots have. So I get why, and the Chiefs has had Frank Clark, why you would say the Chiefs are more talented. I think they are more talented. But at this point, the Patriots have earned every benefit of the doubt, and the Chiefs have done the opposite. The Chiefs have won in the last, 25 years, one big-time playoff game. It was the one they won last year against the Colts. That's it. That's the full list of we're in the round of 8 and you move on playoff game. They've won a few wild card round games, and that's it. So the Chiefs can be the most talented, but the Patriots should be the favorites. Now, I find the Colts really fascinating. The team that I was left off this that I think could make an argument for top 3 is the Chargers. Chargers who finished with the same record as Kansas City last year. They got a talented roster. They got a super talented roster, and they're going to have, you would think, Joey Bosa for the full season this year, which they were not able to take advantage of. Derwin James, who was spectacular as a rookie, you would think he'll be even better next season. This is to me, what was most notable about Peter King's list, Jen, is 1, 2, 3. That wasn't just the rankings of the AFC. That was the rankings of the entire NFL. We talked about last year that the balance of power had shifted towards the NFC. It feels to me, going into the 2019 season, it has shifted quickly at the top of the league back towards the AFC.
My question, especially about the Chiefs, is the big question for the Chiefs last year was their defense. And then when they lost 2 pass rushers, you do have your questions with Tyreek Hill. You lost some of your offensive linemen. The Colts at least are trending in the better direction. You have Andrew Luck, who's healthy. You have your same lineman, your offensive line that's coming back to protect him. You have an up-and-coming coach who had some success you saw last year. Take the Patriots out of it because they're an anomaly altogether. Do you think the Chiefs are better going into this year than they were last year?
Well, they're better because their quarterback had an MVP season. So as Peter King said, the only reason why they're on that list is because Patty Mahomes. So now Andy Reid, Patty Mahomes, it's not, Andy Reid, I think this guy is going to be good. No, he's very good. But have we seen quarterbacks after their MVP season, when they're older than he is, have come back to the pack? Their numbers come back to the pack.
Dak Prescott.
And we don't know Tyreek Hill because he's the most explosive. You can do more things with Tyreek Hill that affect the defense than any other player more so than Patty Mahomes, more so than Kelsey or any other player on that offense. So we don't know that effect. Can they protect Patty Mahomes like they did before? They have to be able to establish some type of running game. So yes, Kansas City, when they start 2019, they should have a lot more confidence than they had starting 2018.
The biggest concern for the Chiefs, more so even than their secondary, which I think is probably right now has constituted a bottom 5 secondary in the league, which is why there have been some Patrick Peterson trade rumors, is what if Patrick Mahomes just regresses a little bit? What if he goes from record-setting, one of the 5 most productive quarterbacking seasons ever, league MVP, to the 5th best quarterback in football, which Chiefs fans in general would have killed for 40 years. But if he goes from 50 touchdowns to a great year, which is 35 touchdowns, can the defense make up the difference? Probably can't. So you probably need Patrick Mahomes to maintain that level, which is, unless he is going to be one of the all-time greats,
a lot to ask.
Very hard to do.
Yep. All right, let's take a break. Coming up, what's the key to the Blazers upsetting Golden State? That's ahead on First.